For foreign medical graduates, U.S. training is a dream with a significant catch. But one program lets you legally bypass the stressful H-1B visa lottery entirely. The J-1 visa mandates a 2-year return to your home country after training. This requirement can be waived by committing to work in a health professional shortage area for a period of 3 years. We will break down how this waiver works, the different pathways, and its direct route to an H-1B visa. So, how does this actually function? The most commonly known option is a state program with a specific number. It's called the Conrad 30 program. Each state gets just 30 waiver slots to offer physicians per year. For the waiver, you agree to work full-time for 3 years in an underserved area, typically on a cap-exempt H-1B. And here is the final objective. After completing the 3-year service requirement, you can apply for a green card. A 3-year commitment to be eligible for a green card sounds direct. But is it that simple? The reality is that it is not. First, every state has its own rule book for its 30 slots. Timelines and specialty preferences can vary dramatically. Some states even have flex spots, placing doctors in facilities that serve patients from shortage areas. But what if the state programs don't fit? The system has a backup: federal interested government agency waivers. These federal pathways are not copies of the state programs. They have their own specific and often stricter requirements. For example, the Department of Health and Human Services mainly sponsors primary care doctors in high-need areas. This focus on underserved areas appears to be the one constant rule. But is there a pathway that breaks even that rule? Yes, the Department of Veterans Affairs waiver. This is a profound alternative for many physicians. If you secure a job with the VA, the facility is not required to be in a designated shortage area. The VA's need is enough. So, the VA pathway permits a physician to get a J-1 waiver without being tied to a geographic shortage area. Finding a pathway is the first step. Now you must face the bureaucracy, and this is where the real challenge begins. Your application is a multi-stage relay involving your sponsoring agency, the Department of State, and finally USCIS. Because so many agencies are involved, the timeline needs to take it into account, taking from several months to around 1 year. Once you get that USCIS approval for the J-1 waiver, a clock starts ticking. You must begin employment within 90 days. You've started the job. But what if things don't work out? What if you must change employers during your service? Changing employers is extremely difficult. It's only allowed in extenuating circumstances and requires a new filing. Extenuating circumstances require documented proof of a real issue. So let's put this all together. How do you succeed with these state rules, federal exceptions, and bureaucratic delays? Recall the multi-agency process and the variations between waivers? This is why your employer's attorney choice is the most vital decision. You need an employer and their legal team who understands this process intimately and is prepared for the long processing times. If everyone follows the appropriate rules and regulations, a green card could be in your future. The program is a powerful symbiosis. It solves a physician shortage for the U.S. and gives you a secure path to practice here. The J-1 waiver is more than an immigration workaround. It is a strategic career path that demands careful planning, and the reward for following this path is transformative. It turns U.S. training into eventual permanent residency. It is a structured pathway for foreign physicians to bypass the home residency rule and build a life in the United States. If you are a foreign medical graduate, this is a pathway you need to understand. Start your research early and choose partners wisely.